Developing news out of Portland, Oregon tonight as authorities say federal immigration officers shot and wounded 2 people there.
This shooting coming just a day after an ICE officer shot and killed a driver in Minnesota.
And since protesters have taken to the streets in cities like Dallas, Philadelphia, and Minneapolis, all as outrage on those attacks continues to grow. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. We have lots to catch you up on, but let's start with the shooting today in Portland. CBS's Gwen Baumgartner is there and has the details.
Authorities say federal agents shot and wounded 2 people in Portland, Oregon on Thursday. When the shooting happened, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security says U.S. Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop involving suspected Venezuelan members of the Tren de Aragua gang. In a posting on X, the agency says when agents identified themselves, the driver attempted to run over the officers. It said an agent fired a defensive shot as the driver and passenger tried to flee the scene.
Our priority and main concern is that there is a thorough and complete investigation, that all facts that can be learned are obtained, and that we can get as much information as possible.
This is a federal investigation. It's being led by the FBI. We have been in touch with them. We are in regular contact.
Portland Mayor Keith Wilson held a press conference Thursday evening.
Just one day after the horrific violence in Minnesota, our community here in Portland was witness to a moment of fear, confusion, and heartbreak. Earlier this afternoon, 2 people were shot and injured by federal agents in the Hazelwood neighborhood. Violence in our community is devastating. These are not statistics. These are human beings.
A Portland City Council session abruptly recessed after members were informed of the shooting. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News.
Meanwhile, we're learning more about Jonathan Ross, the ICE agent who pulled the trigger in Minnesota. Federal officials say he belonged to a specially trained tactical unit.
He has served over a decade, and video from last summer in nearby St. Paul shows him being dragged by a suspect during an attempted arrest.
However, in the case of yesterday's incident, state investigators are being shot out by the FBI. Officials with both the state and the Fed said locals would not have access to case materials.